Donald Trump seems intent on going down with the sinking ship called Pete Hegseth. On Friday morning, Donald Trump got on Truth Social and viciously defended Hegseth from all of the horrible information that has come out about him over the last couple weeks. Trump said, quote, "Pete Hegseth is doing very well." You know what? I'm going to go ahead and stop right there. Because, no. I mean, like, that's the only way you could really refute that is just, no. Like, doing very well. By what measure? Okay? Doing very well. Like, do you mean health-wise? Do you mean personally, financially? Because politically, he's not doing well at all. You've got Republican senators, Joni Ernst, Lindsey Graham out there saying like, yeah, this is really troubling. We're not thrilled about this. You know, maybe we're just not going to do it. Murkowski, Collins, there's already enough Republicans that have signaled they won't support Hegseth to tank his nomination. So when Trump goes out there and says he's doing well, he sure as hell doesn't mean politically. But he continues. His support is strong and deep, much more so than the fake news media would have you believe. All right, right there, you know that Donald Trump's lying his ass off. Anytime he points out that, oh, it's not what the media says. The media is lying. It's actually this. You know that's not true. Like, that is his tell. That is his giveaway. That is how we know when he's lying. When he says the media is lying, it's because he understands reality is not what he wants it to be. He was a great student, Princeton, Harvard educated with a military state of mind. He will be a fantastic high energy Secretary of Defense, one who leads with charisma and skill. Pete is a winner, and there is nothing that can be done to change that. Actually, technically, by definition, there is something that can be done to change that, and that is he could not win the vote to be confirmed, which by definition at that point would make him a loser. So, you know, just throwing that out there, if we're going to talk about what somebody is or isn't and nothing can change it, you need to understand that absolutely everything can change that. And in fact, Pete has never run for office, so you can't really say he's won. So I'm not even sure what you're trying to get at here. But what's even more troubling is I'm not even sure why you're defending this guy so much. You made a bad pick, just like you did with Matt Gaetz. Matt Gaetz withdrew. You immediately, within seconds, nominated Pam Bondi instead. And everybody just kind of moved on from Gaetz at that point. So why are you sticking with Hegseth? That is the question that is bothering me tremendously. The obvious answer, and the most likely answer is Donald Trump can't admit that he's wrong, right? That is what we would all automatically assume. That's why he's sticking with Hegseth. That's why he's not backing down. He doesn't want to be proven wrong. He doesn't want people to think he made a bad choice. But there's a problem with that mindset right now. Typically, again, that is what we would assume. But we have already seen Donald Trump pull nominations. He pulled the guy that he picked for the DEA chief. Matt Gaetz withdrew. So this can't be just another, oh, my ego won't let me let this guy go. You've already let several guys go. He's already replaced the guy he had picked to be his White House counselor in the upcoming administration, right? Like, he hadn't even gotten the job yet, but he already said, nope, never mind, I'm not going with you. So he's already done it. So why can he not do it with this? So the ego thing, it won't let me admit that I was wrong. I don't think that applies here. I think to a degree, probably a little bit, but why? Why are you sticking with this guy? It's not like Pete Hegseth was one of the heavy hitters at Fox News. He's not a popular guy. He was relegated to the weekend morning show. You're not talking about Sean Hannity or Jesse Waters or Laura Ingraham. You're not talking about one of the popular people at Fox News. So it makes no sense to stand by him. He's not a sitting politician, so there's no real kind of connection to the Republican Party. None of it makes any sense unless you get conspiratorial, right? Then it does kind of make sense, which is why conspiracy theories exist, to, help explain the world around us when it doesn't make any sense. But that leads me to this question. And I'm not saying this is the reality or it's not the reality, but this is the only thing that makes sense to me, is that does Pete Hegseth have dirt on Donald Trump? Right? That could be why Donald Trump is sticking by him. Like, oh, if I kick him to the curb, if I come out and say something horrible about him, he's going to release this horrible stuff. How would Pete Hegseth have dirt on Donald Trump? I don't know. And I don't think he does. But that would make sense as to why Trump is sticking with him instead of just replacing him with literally anybody else. There are no shortages of Republicans who would be willing to take that job and who would sail through an easy confirmation process. So why this guy? Why is this the hill that you are willing to die on? It doesn't make any sense. And in my world, I try to make sense of things. But this one still has me scratching my head. I don't get it. And that, of course, makes me very unhappy because I like to be able to understand why things work in the way that they do. But for the life of me, I can't come to a single logical conclusion as to why Donald Trump is just standing by this guy, why he's still publicly defending him in spite of all of the horrible information that has come out. The only thing that would make sense is if he is trying to protect Hegseth because Hegseth has dirt that he could release on Donald Trump. I don't know how or why Hegseth would have it, therefore I don't think he does. But again, that is the only possible thing in my mind right now that makes any sense at all as to why Trump's not just switching him out with somebody that could actually get confirmed. Did you know that you might be missing out on wonderful content from me? I mean, you're here already because clearly you like what you see. So if you're not already, please do subscribe to the channel. Make sure you like the video, share them with your friends and family, but also follow me across the rest of the social media world. And it's not that hard to do. Whether it's X or Twitter, whatever you want to call it, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Threads, on every one of those platforms, you can find me at the username @FarronBalanced. Simple enough, right? So get on it. And if you don't feel like going to each one of those outlets individually, lucky for you, we have links in the description of this video to take you right to my pages across all of social media. So don't miss a minute. And while you're at it, make sure you're also subscribed to the Ring of Fire YouTube channel, which I have been hosting for many, many years now. We've got more than 1 million subscribers over there, and there is fresh content over there every single day of the week. So again, if you're not subscribed, subscribe to this channel, and while you're at it, go subscribe to Ring of Fire at youtube.com/The Ring of Fire and @FarronBalanced across every social media platform that, of course, is not considered just a far-right hellscape. Well, maybe Twitter is, but that's a story for a different day.